Welcome to a new series on my channel, and this is something totally different from the Pokemon gameplay you guys are used to seeing. Something fresh and new for the channel, something you guys can get involved with and be shown off in a video. I'm going to be colour swapping Pokemon and their shiny forms to whatever colours that you guys want to see. If you guys would like to take part in this, feel free to drop a comment on whatever Pokemon and what colours you would like to see on it, or join my Discord because I will be taking priority of the people that are in the Discord. Jumping into the first suggestion, Johnny, a mod from my Discord. He wants to see an Innate with a little bit of change to it, as an Innate's shiny form don't really change much, and he wants to see it in green and blue. Now I've got an idea on how that could work, and I did struggle implementing that as it's not the brightest Pokemon, so I want to make the colours pop and stand out. I started off with the eyes, and that was definitely the easiest selection. Making them bright green really complements the idea of making them pop out. After the eyes, it's time to move on to the arms, making sure I can implement the blue without destroying the rest of the colour. I went for the arms and legs with a really nice mellow warm blue colour to complement the green. And moving on to the wild body of an Innate, I thought the green tinge will bring this Pokemon back and complete Johnny's suggestion. Moving on to Skull's suggestion, Dragonite, red, blue and purple. This was tricky as I already knew that I wanted the body to be red, and that bit was simple. Implementing the blue on the body was a really cool part, as that really popped off, giving me the Dratini evolution vibes back. Dragonite from Dratini, there's just no correlation between them. The little horn things were already light purple, and that just fell into place perfectly. And now it's time to make/keep the wings purple, as we was changing the shiny version of Dragonite. Now if you guys do want to see more things like this, make sure to smash the like button. If we could hit 10 likes, I would really appreciate that, and thank you guys so much. Moving on to my absolutely favourite suggestion from Nita, one of my favourite people, and this guy loves bug type. Volcarona, blue and white. I already knew what I needed to do here, starting off with the wings, and they definitely needed to be white with the grey tinge in them. That also complements the idea of blue. Making the body and eyes blue, I knew that I needed a really nice blue to go smooth with the white and not destroy the whole concept. I also didn't want to let Nita down, as he's been a friend for a very long time. I know this is one of his favourite Pokemon also. I went for a nice crystal blue, and I changed the eyes to make the blue stand out more, and I think the eyes had to be turquoise. It's time to start freestyling, as I had no more suggestions in my Discord. This is something recently that I implemented. I went for Grovyle, a shiny that's not really shown off much, as it's quite a simple shiny. I knew that I needed them leaves to have that black and grey tinge to really complement what I'm going to do for the body. Now I don't use orange much, so I decided to go for orange, and I think orange really complements Grovyle and the silhouette of his actual physique. I then see the blue on the body, and I decided to make that the original green just a bit toned down and a bit weaker than what Grovyle normally looks like. I decided to make the eye green and keep that the same. Moving on from Grovyle now, as I think that's quite complete with the addition of making it a bit brighter. Nidoking, a really basic shiny where they changed not too much, not enough to make Nidoking pop like we all wanted him to. I mean, the purple Nidoking goes to a blue Nidoking. Hey, what does that change? I really found out that I like the yellow and purple idea on Nidoking, and that's something that I can work with, something that I can play around with and implement into the design I want to do. So I get all the grey bits or the rock bits off of him, and I'm going to tone them to a darker colour. I also do that with the ears, because the ears need to pop a bit more. So I go for the black and grey, similar to what I've done with Grovyle, just a bit darker. I really did like that concept of yellow Nidoking, because who wouldn't want a yellow dinosaur roaming around? I found that that really worked, changing the mouth just a little bit, as blue didn't really go too well. I went for the really dark orange, as that really works with Nidoking. Moving on from Nidoking, Froligator, a shiny that I hate with a passion. Why didn't they go for green? They love to make all the shinies green other than the actual crocodile. So I knew what I needed to do here. I need to make him green. I keep the eye red as that's something I really love about this shiny, that the eye is pure red. I make Froligator green and I'm okay with that, but I need to make the back spikes of it just a little bit different. Not too bright, not too dark, but something that can camouflage if he was in a swamp, and I found the perfect green for that. I also changed his body to tone that down just a little bit more. So if you guys do want to see more things like these, please make sure to leave a comment and smash the like button. After editing Froligator, I realised that a lot of green shinies get a lot of hate. And I realised that people are right. Green shinies don't always look the best. Take Hitmonchan for example, I'm not a fan of at all. I feel like they could have done so much more with a real good fighting type that was in the Gen 1 region. Something that had a lot of potential to be shiny hunted. So I decided to change that. I want to go for a really nice white colour, and I did like how the white and blue looked. So Nita, I mean, your colours just pop off anywhere, but I went for the white and purple, and I do end up changing the clothing to green, as I do actually think the green complemented the purple more than any other colour would. I know yellow and purple work well together, but look at how this green complements that purple. I think that worked amazingly. Moving on to Hitmonlee, a Pokemon that I've always wanted to be a ghost type for no reason whatsoever. There's been nothing that's ever given me the ghost type feeling from him, but I just feel like purple and black's gonna work so well on him because I've always wanted to see him as a ghost type. I don't change too much with him. I change his body colour and I just change the bands or whatever they are really holding him together. I really like how that turned out though. Simplistic but works really well. Moving on to the hardest choice, Shifu. Shifu was a big Pokemon for me to do. Now there's not a lot of colour to work with here. He's grey, white and yellow. What do you do with grey, black, white and yellow? So I decided to up the saturation by such an amount that I can actually start seeing some colour, as Shifu does have quite a lot of colour to him. I realised that by doing a select amount. So then I decided to deselect all of him and go for the whole body, because that's what I'm going to do here. And I see that the purple and green complements him well, like it did with the Hitmonlee. But I decided to change that up, as I don't want to see too many purple and green shinies. We all know it works well together. Let's switch it up. I decided to select all the purple bits of Shifu to see what colour would work the best with him. After selecting literally every bit of purple I could find on this boy, I decided the colour that's going to complement it the most would probably changing it to a nice subtle red. Something that pops out more than enough, but also gives that subtle vibe of I'm a killer. Red and green really work well together, and that's what I went with for Shifu. Increase the saturation. Qaxley, a Pokemon that didn't really get shiny hunted because they don't change much. I was just playing around with the colours with Qaxley, and I really thought that I'm going to go for just the blue first, see how that works out. Let's select every bit of blue on him and play around with that. I really liked when I ended up on yellow, as that complemented the blue at first, but I'm going to play around with that. I went for a nice yellow, one that pops but not too much, and let's change up that beak. Because Qaxley's always given me the vibe of bubblegum for no reason at all. I literally got no explanation for it. So I went for a nice pastel pink, and I think that works amazing with the yellow. Next up, it's time to change his eyes, and I did play around with the body just a little bit, but I do decide to keep the body the same in the end. I went for a pink eye as well, because pink eye, I mean, we skip that. So yeah, pink eyes really complemented the beak, and there was nothing to really change on the body. I do play around with some darker shades here, but I don't like it that much. I do think that white is the best option for Quack. If you guys did enjoy today's video, please smash the like button. If we can hit 10 likes, I'd really appreciate that. If you want to be a part of next video of this series, make sure to leave a comment down below with what Pokemon you want to see and what colors you want to see it with. Don't forget to join the Discord and leave it in the shiny suggestions part, because I will see it just a bit quicker. Thank you guys for coming out and enjoy the rest of your day.